What if I told you there's a single technique that could transform how you speak English, and it takes almost zero effort to start? Hey everyone, welcome back to English Unleashed Lab. My name is Tom, and in today's episode, I'm going to walk you through something that can genuinely change the way you use English forever. I'm talking about a strategy called chunking. Now, chunking might sound technical, but it's actually incredibly straightforward. And if your goal is to sound smooth, natural, and confident when you speak, then this approach is exactly what you need. By the end of this episode, you'll understand precisely what this technique involves, and more importantly, you'll know how to practice it right away in your daily life. I'll be speaking at a comfortable pace, nice and clear, so you can follow along easily. Ready? Let's dive right in. So first things first, what exactly does chunking mean? Here's the basic idea. Most learners try to construct every sentence one word at a time. They pick a subject, then search for a verb, then hunt for an object. And what happens? It's painfully slow. It drains your mental energy. And halfway through, you freeze up. You blank out. Anxiety kicks in. The words just vanish. But what if you didn't have to build from scratch every single time? That's where chunking enters the picture. Instead of assembling sentences piece by piece, you learn ready-made groups of words. Small, natural combinations that English speakers use constantly. These groups are called chunks. You don't modify them. You don't reinvent them. You simply grab them and use them whole. Imagine them like building bricks. Each chunk is one solid brick. When you want to communicate, you just stack the bricks together. Simple, right? And here's the thing. You probably already know quite a few. Phrases like, "What's going on?" "I don't believe so." "Give me a second." "It's been ages." "Enjoy your day." "No problem." "That depends." Every single one of those is a chunk. Notice something? We never pause to analyze the grammar inside them. We don't slowly pronounce what is going on, word by word. No. We deliver it as one fluid unit. And that's precisely what makes these phrases so effective. When you memorize a chunk, you're capturing a complete thought, not isolated vocabulary. You understand the context, you feel the emotion, and you deliver it with confidence. Let's try a quick exercise together. I'll say a phrase, and you repeat it after me. Sound good? What's going on? Go ahead, say it. Nice. I don't believe so. Good job. Give me a second. Excellent. Stop collecting words. Start collecting phrases. Can you feel the difference? We're not memorizing random vocabulary lists. We're absorbing complete units of real communication. This is the heart of the chunking approach. And trust me, once you've internalized 30, 40, maybe 60 of these phrases, you can hold impressive conversations. No translating in your head. No second guessing yourself. Now, understanding what chunking is, that's step one. But why does it actually work so well? Let me explain something fascinating about your brain. When you attempt to speak one word at a time, your mind is juggling multiple tasks simultaneously. You're recalling vocabulary. You're applying grammar rules. You're arranging word order. That's an enormous cognitive load. And frequently, your brain just stalls. You hesitate. You stumble. You say repeatedly. Confidence evaporates. Now picture the alternative. Imagine having entire expressions stored and ready to deploy instantly. You don't calculate them. You don't construct them. They just flow out, accurately, smoothly, effortlessly. That's the gift that chunking offers you. When you think in complete phrases, you're operating the same way fluent speakers do. Native speakers rarely stop mid-sentence to consider whether they need a particular tense or preposition. They rely on patterns that are already embedded in their memory. Familiar expressions, automatic responses, stored combinations. When you adopt this habit, everything shifts. You sound more authentic, your pace improves dramatically, your confidence grows because your mind isn't struggling so hard. Think less, communicate more. That's real fluency. Here's another way to frame it. With chunking, your brain shifts from processing mode to performance mode. Less calculation, more connection. Less fear, more flow. And there's a bonus benefit I haven't mentioned yet. Once you start noticing chunks, you'll hear them everywhere. In films, in conversations, in songs. Phrases like, I'm not certain, or let me look into it, or that's your call. These expressions will pop up again and again. And here's what's remarkable. You won't even need to force yourself to memorize them. Through repeated exposure, they'll sink into your mind naturally. They'll become part of your own, speaking repertoire without any struggle. The more frequently you encounter and use them, the more effortlessly they'll emerge. That's why chunking isn't merely a learning technique. It's an entirely new perspective on language. It bridges the gap between translating everything mentally and expressing yourself freely, and you absolutely do not need to master hundreds of grammar regulations. You simply need the right phrases at the right moments. All right, now let's get practical. I want to share some everyday chunks that you can start using immediately. Remember, these aren't abstract rules. These are living, breathing pieces of language that real people use daily. Here's the first one. I'll be there soon. Say it with me. I'll be there soon. This tells someone you're currently heading toward them. You don't need to explain, I am presently traveling to the location where you are situated. That's awkward and robotic. You simply say, I'll be there soon. One clean phrase. Memorize it. Deploy it when the moment fits. Here's number 2. Let's stay connected. Let's stay connected. We use this when parting ways with someone we'd like to hear from again. Perhaps after meeting somebody new. Perhaps after finishing a project together. You want to maintain the relationship, so you say, let's stay connected. It's a warm, natural farewell phrase. No grammar analysis required. Just deliver the expression. Let's stay connected. That's simple. Next one. That's beside the point. That's beside the point. This means the other person is focusing on something irrelevant. Maybe during a disagreement, they bring up something unrelated. You redirect them by saying, that's beside the point. And one more. That adds up. That adds up. We say this when something becomes clear or logical. When an explanation finally clicks, you respond, that adds up. It's extremely common in daily dialogue. Now, did you catch a pattern here? Every one of these expressions is self-contained. Each one delivers a full message. You never had to worry about conjugation or syntax. You just expressed the complete idea naturally. And that's the magic of learning this way. It saves mental energy. It makes your English sound genuine. It helps you communicate the way actual humans communicate. Okay, so now maybe you're wondering, this sounds fantastic, Tom, but what's the best way to actually absorb these phrases? Great question. Really excellent question. Let me break it down into clear, manageable stages. Mastering chunks isn't complicated, but it does require shifting your approach. Instead of studying isolated words, you focus on complete expressions. Here's how to do exactly that. Stage 1. Pay close attention, genuinely close attention. When you watch shows, listen to podcasts, or overhear conversations, tune into the recurring phrases. Notice which expressions appear repeatedly. That repetition isn't accidental. Those are the chunks hiding in plain sight. Your job isn't to invent them. Your job is to spot them. Stage 2. Record what you find. Don't rely on memory alone. Grab your phone or a small journal and capture each chunk immediately. But don't stop at the words themselves. Jot down the situation, the context, even the emotion behind it. Was the speaker excited? Frustrated? Casual? This additional detail helps you recall not just the meaning, but the perfect moment to use it. Stage 3. Speak the phrase aloud. This part is absolutely critical. Don't just scan chunks with your eyes. Pronounce them. Yes, even when nobody's around. Even if it feels a little awkward at first. Because here's what happens when you vocalize these phrases. Your mouth develops muscle memory. Your tongue adapts to the rhythm and flow. Your brain begins linking the sound, the significance, and the sensation together. Eventually, the phrase will emerge spontaneously. No effort, no mental translation needed. Stage 4. Revisit your collection regularly. Chunks are similar to small seeds you've planted. They require regular attention to grow strong. Every couple of days, open your journal. Read through your saved phrases. Say them once more. Recall the feelings. Attached to them. Experiment with placing them inside fresh sentences. Or simply read through them aloud. Even dedicating 5 minutes daily creates remarkable progress. So here's my challenge for you. Each day, discover just 2 or 3 fresh expressions. Not 15, not 25. Just 2 or 3 quality phrases. Perhaps you'll stumble across them while streaming your favorite series. Maybe right here in this very episode, right? Or during a real conversation with someone. Just stay alert. When something strikes you as natural, concise, and useful, capture it. For instance, let me know. I'm handling it. I'm just not feeling it. Keep your collection small and practical. All right, my friends, let's wrap things up. Today, you discovered the chunking approach, what it involves, how it functions, and exactly why it accelerates your progress. The key takeaway is this. English gets dramatically easier when you stop assembling sentences piece by piece and start speaking phrase by phrase. Just a handful of new expressions each day creates a tremendous impact over time. So, keep going. Keep listening carefully. Keep practicing out loud. And above all, keep trusting in your own ability. If this episode helped you, please hit that like button and stay tuned to English Unleashed Lab for more lessons just like this one. I'm Tom. Thanks for spending this time with me today. Thanks for growing alongside me. Until next time, take care.